Ep371. Today we are going to make some Mediterranean style fish stew, bib style. I have 1.5 pounds of cod in the fridge, frozen cod that's thawing out, and 1 pound of shrimp in the fridge that's thawing out raw. Because we're not going to add that to this pot till a much later time. So, let's go through what we're going to use. I have 1 large onion, coarsely chopped, about 3 bell peppers, coarsely chopped, but I bought the bag of the miniature colored ones because I like the different colors. So, what is that? That is, it doesn't really say a weight on that. For 1 pound. So 1 pound of diced bell peppers. I like the colored ones, they're sweeter and just add a lot of nice color. Alright, then we're going to use some stock. I didn't have any fish stock, so we're going to make our own with 4 cups of water and 4 teaspoons of the chicken better than bouillon. So we'll just go ahead and add that in there. Get that out of the way. Here's my 4 cups of water. And 4 teaspoons. 4 teaspoons of the better than bouillon paste. One of my viewers turned me on to this stuff, and it has got a beautiful flavor. I love this stuff. Alright, so where was we at? So we got the stock. So we got 1 large onion, about 3 or 4 bell peppers, 1 pound of peppers, 1 tablespoon of Old Bay is in here, 1 tablespoon of crushed red peppers, 5 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, 2 bay leaves, 2 large cans, 28 ounces of diced tomatoes. Then we're going to use a cup of white wine. So I think that's about all we're going to do. So let's go ahead and start adding this to our crock pot. Seasoning in there. Garlic in there. Vegetables. Get our tomatoes open. And dumped in, juice and all. Alright. 1 cup of wine. Now I tried finding cooking wine, couldn't find none, so I just bought the bottle that I could find that had a screw top, because I didn't have a corkscrew because I don't drink. So I bought a screw top bottle of wine. It wasn't expensive. 1 cup of that in there. Alright. Now we're going to cover that. Stick that on low, and we're going to cook that for about 6 hours on low. Let all those beautiful flavors come together. So I'll see you in 6 hours when we add our meat. Okay, the aroma on that is absolutely gorgeous. That's been going for 5 hours. So now we are going to take, I got a 12-ounce bag of raw shrimps. See if I can do this without spilling. These have been thawed out. Let me go drain this. So these are peeled and deveined and tails off. So what I'm going to do to aid in the reconstitution, look at that, ain't that beautiful? I'm going to cut these in half, or bite-sized pieces. Put them in the, throw them in the crock pot. Alright. That's the shrimp in. Now I got 2 pounds of cod skinless fillets, and again I'm going to go drain these. What I'm going to do is take these and cut them in a little bit bigger of a chunk so they kind of hold together, but hopefully they will freeze dry and rehydrate alright. Just like that. Now we're going to give that a stir. Now I got this on low heat. And I'm going to let this cook for another hour on low. We should be ready. So I'll see you then. We'll get this all cleaned up and I'll see you then. Okay, we've had that cooking on low for another hour. Let's give that a nice stir. That smells and looks delicious. I want to make sure that this fish is done. It don't look done. Let me try that. Oh yeah, that's done. Alright. So we turn that on. I got that on pounds? Yep. Alright, so let's get our trays loaded. We see our bay leaves, we're going to pull those out. Doesn't that look good? Alright, that's 2.2. Put some liquid on that. I'm just going to go ahead and fill up the tray. It'll put a little bit over 2.5, but we are going to be adding a ramen noodles tray, which is going to have no moisture, so we should be okay. Alright. Slide that into tins. Get this off on the flat surface here. I'm going to put my towel down. Get that off protect my table a little bit. That is very, very hot. Zero that. Let's do another one. Alright. Now, we are going to, I got plenty of stock left in there. So we are going to, this tray is what I would normally put my ramen noodles on. But we're going to fill this tray with this broth, and we're going to incorporate these in our meal as well, because that's just too much flavor to waste. My table's not totally level, so we're going to get these transferred to the freezer. I'll get that frozen solid, then I'll level it out. Does that make sense? And then we'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to do my ramen noodles with this. I'll see you then. Okay, there we go. There's my fish stew. That ran for 40 plus hours like all my loads do. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put 2 squares of the stew and 1 square of that beautiful stock and 1 square of noodles in each pouch. What I'm going to do with that square of stock, just so I got room, I am going to kind of crumble that up, if I can even get it out of the, without it destroying. I will with the rest of them. I'm going to crumble all that up in there, just so it don't take up much room. Then I'm going to put 2 squares of the stew. A lot of binding in this. That's why I like these dividers, so I don't have to kind of guess and all that stuff. I just pretty much pick up 2 squares like this and know that I pretty much got an even amount. And 1 square of noodles. Alright, set that off to the side. I'll do one more for the camera. That's a lot of flavor on that powder, so I don't want to waste that. Square noodles. Alright, I'll finish the rest of this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got those all bagged. Now let's put my O2 absorbers in there. One in each pouch. And these are 500 cc's that I get from topmylar.com. Alright, let's get my sealer out and heat it up and I'll be right back. Alright, so those are all Ziploc shut and now we're going to go ahead and seal those. Like that. And I'll be right back. There we go, beautiful seal on those. Let's turn that off. We'll let that cool down. I'll get this all cleaned up and then we'll do a taste test. I'll see you then. Alright, are you guys ready to see how this fish stew has come out? I'm ready for dinner, so we're going to give this a rehydration. Get her open. Take out my O2 absorber. That's what it looks like on the inside. Hopefully you can see that. Alright, let's do our magic 3/4 of a cup of hot water. We can always add more if we need to. Alright, let's just lock that shut. Like that. Let that sit for 1.5 minutes. Or for 2 minutes. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. Let's give that a stir. Ooh, that smells good. Now I made this and freeze dried this a couple weeks ago. But I got busy on doing other things and I didn't get this prepared for you guys. Well, I'm going to have to add that other quarter of a cup, which is unusual for my meals, but it's just too dry. Alright, that's all nice and stirred. Let's get that zip shut. We'll wait another 2 minutes. I'll get that air conditioner turned off so you can hear me. Alright, that's been another 2 minutes. Let's give that one more stir. Oh yeah, it's looking good in there. Alright. So, let me tell you about these pouches. I try and do it every video because invariably if I don't, someone asks. I get these from topmylar.com. topmylar.com. And these are called meal pouches. In this case, it's the single meal pouch. And I like these. I buy them by the case because they are wider than they are tall, which kind of makes like a perfect little bowl. So you can eat it straight out of the pouch. So, topmylar.com is the place to go to get these meal pouches. But we like to display it for my viewers so you can see how delicious this looks. Unfortunately, you can't smell it or taste it, but you're just going to have to take my word on the fact that this smells delicious. Check that out. Let me get a close-up of that. Alright, let's dig in and see how this all came back. So we got chunks of fish in there, chunks of shrimp, and I cut the shrimps into smaller pieces just so that they rehydrate quicker, I hope. Let's see what we got. Oh man. Oh yeah. That is good. Take a piece of fish here. Came back beautifully. See if I got a bigger chunk of shrimp. Oh yeah. Shrimp is perfectly tender. This is a winner. That's good. Oh man, this is really good. Just the right amount of spice to this. Not too hot, but you can definitely taste it. Big chunk of fish there. That cod came back beautifully. As usual, my noodles always come back. But man, fish, do I call it fish or seafood? Fish stew, rib style. Oh man, with ramen noodles is hitting the spot, let me tell you. It's delicious. Everything seems to come back perfectly in that. As I'm eating this, I'm thinking that'd be nice if I had a little bit of sweet corn mixed in with that too. Yeah. That would go real well with this. Some sweet corn kernels mixed in with that. You don't need it, but it sure would complement it, and let me tell you. super happy with this one. That was absolutely gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you next time. And think about adding some corn to that. You can't go wrong. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.